I have all the questions for the couples Q&A, so should we do it now?
I reckon.
Yeah? Should we have coffee first? Yes, we should.
Definitely need coffee for this.
Thank you very much. Need this. And I'll pop this away and we can start the Q&A. How do you feel about this?
Oh, a bit nervous. Nervous.
So last week on Instagram, we asked you guys what questions you wanted us to answer as a couple. We're gonna answer them today. Yeah, let's do this. Let's get this on the road. Let's get this on the road.
Let's do this.
Question number 1. How did you meet and was it love at first sight?
Well, I'll let you answer this one. I feel like we have different stories.
Well, you think that we met earlier than what we did.
Well, I don't think we met. I think I knew where she worked, which is kind of a bit weird.
This is how I think we met for the first time. It was at my high school best friend's 18th birthday party and it was pirate themed, so I was dressed as a pirate.
And I was just dressed as myself at the time.
Yeah, you were too cool for school.
Yeah.
And it wasn't love at first sight, but I thought you were really hot. Like you were this blonde surfy guy. How do you think we met?
I knew where she worked. She was friends with one of my good mates and he went in to say hi and I feel like I just tagged along and stood in the corner. So technically we didn't really meet.
I don't think that counts. Was it love at first sight?
Oh yeah.
It was?
No, I was attracted to her.
What first attracted you to the other person?
She was kind of this cool snowboarder girl that, I don't know, at the time I was just really into. She was, yeah, super smart, super attractive. We kind of like the same things. I was into her.
I was first attracted to you because you're hot, but this is when I was 17.
Yeah, we're pretty shallow back then.
Yeah. Well, I didn't really know you. And then I think it was the alcohol.
No, that makes sense.
I'm kidding. After the first date, I just really liked who you were. You were this beautiful human being. You were just very interesting and you could do a backflip on a snowboard and I was so impressed. I thought that was really hot. Yeah. So, do you want me to keep reading them out or do you want to read them out?
I'll read this one.
You can go to the next one.
Where was your first date and how long did it last?
Brad picked me up from my house. I was living with my parents at the time. And then we drove to the cinema and you took me to The Lion King 3D. And I remember because we had already had our first kiss at this stage. And I remember we went in for the kiss, but we had the 3D glasses on.
Yeah, we full on bumped heads.
Yeah, we were like, bang! It was so funny. Yeah. We went for dinner after?
Yeah.
It lasted for ages. We were together for 3, 4, 5 hours. Oh no, probably more. That was when I was 20 and Brad was 21.
I pulled out all the stops.
It was cute.
Sure,
it was
I locked her in.
Movies and dinner. It was just classic, but it was simple and it just, obviously it worked.
What made you realise that the other person was the one? And when did you know that you wanted to marry each other?
Oh, that's a good question. I know exactly the moment. I was at your house. We were just on the rug laying down and we were talking and I remember looking at you and just thinking, oh my goodness, I'm in love with this guy. I actually love him. And it's happened so quickly. It was just a feeling. So that's when I knew he was the one. And I guess at that moment, I did know that I wanted to marry you because I was never one to just say that to anyone. You were the first person I ever said that to.
Yeah. I remember driving to your 21st thinking, tonight I'm going to tell her.
Aww.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I'll pull her aside.
Oh, that's so cute. I'm so glad you did because if you hadn't have said it, I wouldn't have opened myself up to that because you have to be vulnerable, right? Were you nervous about saying it?
No, because I was confident about it, I guess.
Oh, that's good. Well, I'm glad you did.
I don't know, at that stage in our relationship, I felt like it's all in or nothing. I didn't really want to muck around.
Oh, that's so nice. All right,
oh.
Where are we at?
All right, this is a really good one actually. Does Brad ever get jealous of the relationship with your cat?
Oh my goodness, that is the best question ever.
For those who don't know Kiara, she's a crazy cat lady. Do I ever get jealous?
I think sometimes I show her lots of affection and you struggle to get any out of me.
She's a brick wall.
That is not true. No, I just really love our cat.
Yeah.
She is awesome. I don't think
she plays hard to get.
We love each other and I love Indy, but I don't know if she loves me back. It's very one-sided most of the time. That is such a good question.
It is a good question. Who's the healthiest?
I don't know, I think you are.
We'll go really, really good and then all of a sudden...
Oh, you mean fast food? And then we have way too much of it, hey?
Like this month we haven't done any fast food.
I think generally, like, we're both really healthy. We both love to live like a healthy lifestyle. We love healthy food anyway. But I think you're healthier.
Yeah.
Because Brad goes for runs every day. What are the top 3 things you like the most about each other? I like that you're intelligent, like crazy intelligent. It actually blows me away. And that was one of the things that like I really liked about you initially as well. It's so hard to pick just 3. I like that you're kind. You're just like a really kind soul. And probably your patience. This is... He's very, very patient. Like,
you gotta be
crazy patient, and I'm not. So that compliments me.
Yeah.
There's so much I like about you though. Like, there's so much. Like, I love your morals and the way you are with your family and your friends, and you're just like a really awesome person.
Oh.
Just in general. So yeah.
3 things for you. Alright. Your smarts.
Okay.
I really like that about you.
Yeah.
Very intelligent. How you support me in anything I want to do. All my crazy ideas.
You do the same for me.
Yeah. You're just awesome. You're the package.
Oh.
Do you think we should turn the autofocus off?
No, why?
Because I can hear it from here.
Oh, really? Let's have a look at it. Alright. What's the most annoying thing about one another? You can go first. Oh, I've got a really good one actually. Your inability to make decisions on the go.
I think I'm getting better.
I don't think you are. Like, anything. Brad cannot make a decision on anything. He always goes, no, you make the decision, and then it's
'Cause I'm
all
a
on me
gentleman.
all the time. That is not true.
It is. It is, because I'm just like, well, you choose.
You have serious, you can't do it. The only thing you're good at is when we were building this house and we did our pre-start, which is where you like select all your colours and stuff. We were really good then. We were like, boom, boom, boom. But then like it comes to other things and you're like,
It's more like where we're going to eat, what coffee shop we're going to go to.
which way we're going to go home.
That's the hardest part. I have been working on that.
You're indecisive. You go.
The most annoying thing about you. Where do I start? When you tickle me. That is so annoying. I hate it. I hate it with a
But
passion.
you laugh.
It's not laughing, that's me like crying.
But like to me, that's like you're enjoying
No,
it. You know?
there's no
Like,
other thing that I
like
can
you
do
really-
besides, okay.
I can't help it. And
I
you're
hate it.
ticklish everywhere. You can just be like tickle, tickle, and like you can tickle his neck,
She
you
just
can tickle
doesn't
his
stop.
wrist. I can tickle him without even touching him. Like you get so ticklish that I'm just
I
like
hate it.
this, and you
I
get
get into
funny.
that, hate it.
Aww.
And then as soon as you start talking about tickling, I feel like
I'm not gonna
she's
tickle.
always just she's doing something to get close to tickle me. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it.
Alright, we'll move on. So we
Now
can
everyone
start.
knows that I'm ticklish, great.
Did you have an engagement ring? No, I didn't. Well, I did, kind of. So, I don't know if you guys can see, but I was already wearing this super thin silver ring on my hand. You got me that in Canada, right? But I was already wearing it. Like, you didn't propose with a ring or anything. I didn't want an engagement ring. I really just...
Yeah.
It wasn't for me. I love engagement rings because they're so beautiful, but it wasn't for me. So, no engagement ring.
No engagement ring.
Although, kind of. How long were you together before he proposed?
6, just under 6 years.
Yeah, 6 years, so...
Would have done it a lot sooner, but
You couldn't make a decision.
couldn't decide.
How did Brad propose and were you expecting it? You tell the story. It's your story.
I'll tell a story. We went to Queenstown. We went there just on sort of a holiday / working trip. Decided to go snowboarding on the last few days, and I had this idea in my head that we're gonna hike up to the top of the mountain overlooking Queenstown, and she's gonna be captivated by the view, turn around, I'm on my knee. But the weather wasn't on my side that day, and it was almost...
It's like a blizzard.
Yeah, you couldn't see anything. A couple of the lifts got shut down. As we were making our way back down the hill, I was just thinking, oh my God, I've just totally stuffed that up. Didn't do it. So we kept pulling over. Here I am trying to scout out little locations that's kind of cute. And Kiara's probably just thinking, what is he doing?
No, I just thought we were just like... We always pull over on
Yeah.
the side of the road and look at pretty views and stuff like...
Yeah. I got to one, got out, and I was like, this isn't good enough. it's not going to work. And then I remembered there was one halfway up the mountain, sort of little climb up that overlooks everything. So I made my way there, got out of the car, and I was like, come on, Kiara, let's go hike up this hill. I just started stalling it big time, and
Yeah, we were taking photos for ages.
we were sort of close together. I said, will you marry me?
Yeah. You're like, I love you, will you marry me?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after, he was like, should I get on my knee? I was like, I already said yes, but sure. I was just bawling my eyes out. It was really unexpected because I wasn't sure whether we were going to get engaged because we'd already made the decision that we wanted to get married this year, 2018. It was awesome. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Like, it was like the perfect setting. And
Then we went out for tacos, had a bottle of wine.
it was perfect, huh? Very much us. How are you able to juggle traveling for work and your partner's day job?
It was hectic.
Not very well. Brad's a carpenter. For the last year, he's been working away. You were really like never home,
Yeah,
right?
there was a stage for 3 months. I only slept 3 nights in my own bed.
So it's pretty rough.
And yeah, it all just got to a point where I was like, no, it's kind of too much. Is it difficult to work and live together? I'm going to say no.
No, not at all. Early on, we kind of established that we couldn't be together 24 hours a day, every day. Like, I find it difficult being apart. Like, when you're working away, that was so hard.
What are your best tips for traveling together?
I don't know. I find it really easy. Be patient with one another. Make sure you, like, both of you are getting
What
like
do you want out of a trip?
yeah, and like establish what you want before you even go.
Who takes your couple photos when you're traveling?
Our tripod. We just put it on self-timer and away we go. We've got like a little
Remote.
remote.
We kind of look silly to other people, but
We've got some pretty cool memories out of it.
yeah.
You know, like
That's the best thing about all of this is we get to capture all these memories.
yeah.
And just looking back on it's like, oh yeah.
Crazy,
when we
remember
did
that
this,
time? Yeah. How often do you see your families when you're both busy traveling? A lot.
We try to.
We try to as much as possible. When we're home, we see your family heaps.
Someone's always having birthdays.
Yeah, and we'll go visit your sister, or we'll go, like your mum will come here. My family work away and they travel heaps, so it's a little bit harder to have schedules, but I'm super close with them as well. We both have super close families, so we're always talking or...
Always seeing them
Yeah.
and not like neglecting that side.
Yeah, it's super important. Family is the most important thing. Why did you decide to get married if you already lived together for so long? To be honest, marriage doesn't change anything.
I just wanted you to be my wife.
And you're my husband, like that's so cool. Yeah, in this day and age, you do have that relationship before you get married. Okay, hopefully that answers that question. Why did you choose to have a smaller wedding and have it where you did? For those of you who don't know, we got married at the Perth Registry. Very romantic and luxurious. But
It was awesome.
It was so good. We just had our family there, so it was really small and intimate. It was just so nice. It was just us, and it was low key and casual.
And then we went out for dinner, like a really nice dinner with our families.
And then the next night we had a big party with all of our friends and family. It was still quite small, but it was just so much fun. I guess I'd never really thought about what I wanted it to be. And then when it came down to it, I just wanted something super small. Even what we had was probably bigger than what
Yeah,
we
bigger than I
would
thought
have
it was going to be.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, what we did suits us to a T and
Yeah, and I think that's really important. If you're getting married...
do it
or
the
in
way you want to do it.
Yeah, so if you want to have a really big, lavish wedding, do it. You know, it's such an important moment in your life. But if you want to have something really small, don't feel pressured by people to have something big because you really don't have to. It was just so cool to get like our friends and family together. To be honest, if we didn't want our families there so much, we probably would have just eloped.
Yeah.
So there we go. Did either of you change your name after the wedding? No.
But we spoke about it for a long time.
I always said that I would become a Jarman, but I would always kind of be Kiara King because I do love my name.
Yeah. And at the same time, I was open to changing my name.
So we were like really indecisive about whether I would change my name or Brad would become a King or whether we would just like create a whole new name or I don't know, like a merging of both, which is just horrible.
Doesn't work. King Jarman.
Yeah, can you imagine if we hyphenated Kiara King Jarman? Kiara Jarman King.
Yeah, none of it works.
In the end, we decided to keep our names. A lot of our friends are doing that now, and I was like, that's really cool. And then if we have kids,
We can decide where we're going to go and what last names they'll take and what last names that we'll take.
yeah, exactly. That's something that we can deal with a little bit later on, but it doesn't make a difference. Like,
Doesn't.
It doesn't actually matter. Did he choose the wedding ring himself? And is it a unique piece? Pretty much the same thing as the engagement ring. My ring is a Swarovski ring, so it's just Swarovski crystal and it just goes all the way around and I love it.
So I did have a plain band, literally bought it day before the wedding. 3 weeks later, I lost it while I was surfing. It was too big for me. Now I wear my silicone one. When can we see more wedding pictures?
Hopefully really, really soon. So I've got them all from our photographer and I'm going to do a blog post online, thewild.com.
Did you have a honeymoon or was that the trip you took before the wedding?
The Maldives trip that we went on before the wedding was kind of like a pre-honeymoon. Well, we're saying it was, but it was actually a work trip.
Yeah.
We did want to go to the Maldives and it just happened to be that we were going then. So it kind of worked out really well and it was amazing. We had so much fun, but it was work as well.
Yeah.
And then afterwards we went on another work trip, but then we extended it by a few days and we stayed a little bit longer in Byron Bay, which was lovely. And we actually did have that time off.
Yeah,
which
we put the cameras away and...
It was so, so nice. But I guess we haven't really gone on a honeymoon. I don't know if we will. I don't know.
But I don't know.
It'd be
Never say
nice to
never.
do something.
I'd like to go away for, I don't know, a good week and a bit where we just don't do
any
anything.
work or, yeah. But that's something you really need to plan in advance when you run your own business.
Do you want to have kids? If so, how many?
Yes, we do want to have children.
Well, I think we both agree on 2.
Yeah. It'd be cool to have a boy and a girl, but it just does not matter.
I've got this weird thing that I've always thought, 2 girls. We'll see.
We will.
And I guess if we can't have kids, we've always been open about adopting.
Yeah, for sure. You just never know what life's going to throw you.
Yeah.
So if we can't, then I think we would definitely try and adopt.
Good question. Did you ever separate for a period of time and then get back together? If so, was it hard?
Nope.
Never separated?
No.
Solid. How do you get personal me time since you already work and travel together? Well, I surf for myself, but it's not because I want to have personal me time.
Yeah, I don't really ever feel like I need time away from you. Like it's just, I don't know. I don't really need it.
Yeah.
I know that sounds like a lot of people do really need it. And like I totally understand that. I guess we've spent so much time apart that I'm just like, I want to hang out with you. I feel like personal me time is with you. But we'll also hang out with our friends apart. Like the other weekend, Brad went for a surf in the morning. And then that night, I went and hung out with some girlfriends. So we do have time apart.
Yeah.
It's not something we need.
Yeah.
We sound crazy. How do you face hard times and distance from each other?
Well, I guess we got pretty good at this over the year.
Yeah, hard times. Obviously, we've been through some really difficult times. And for me, I feel like I've got through them with you. Like, that's how I get through them because I'm with you.
Just like giving the other person a shoulder to like lean on.
Like, I feel like you've always been there for me when, you know, something has happened in our lives and vice versa.
Yeah.
I think that's really important. Distance was really hard, but we literally spoke on the phone at least an hour every single day, if not longer, which is crazy. Like, but we're just like, I don't know, like it's so weird to be so used to someone walking in the door at 5:30, 6, 7 o'clock at night, and then all of a sudden they're not.
Yeah.
So like for me, you come home and like we would talk about our days and we just talk like about everything.
Who makes up first when you've had an argument?
You do every time.
How do you keep such an amazing and long relationship? Any couple tips?
That's cute. That's a cute question. We do have an amazing relationship. I don't know. That's a really hard question because every relationship is really different. Like our relationship has always been easy because I've always felt so comfortable in our relationship and I know it's so strong. So like we can go through hard times and everything's fine. You know, I think that's really important to know. I think in a relationship, everyone has their strengths and their weaknesses. You have to accept that in your partner.
Be open and honest. No secrets. We talk a lot, so I feel like we couldn't even hide them if we wanted to.
No. Be open with how you feel. If you love that person, tell them all the time. Every relationship is different, so you can't really give tips on your relationship because it can be completely different to ours. What's your best memory together? I mean, there's so many amazing memories. So I don't know if I can say it's the best memory, but probably the most memorable is when I realized I loved you. He's the one. I love him.
Probably the proposal day/night. Like, that was really cool.
Yeah, those tacos were delicious.
Sharing a bowl of wine, sitting on that little window bay overlooking Queenstown. Just, I don't know, everyday little moments are awesome.
Yeah, I agree. Like there's so many big moments, but it's the little ones that probably actually count the most.
Yeah.
This is the last question. Is it hard being a blogger couple and having your relationship so out in the open?
No.
I don't really feel like we're a blogger couple. I
No.
honestly do not feel like that at all. Like we're just ordinary people who just happen to create content, you know, and that's something that we're both really passionate about. It's all love. Love and butterflies and shooting stars.
You actually gonna put that in?
Why not? Oh, sorry.
Not hair.
Remember when you had to have long hair?
I miss it. I miss it.
Aww. It looked really good for the wedding. Oh, wow. You got the little wave going on. And that's all done and dusted. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I actually really enjoyed doing it. It was kind of cool to see what questions people were asking. A lot of them were like, they're a lot more serious than I thought they were gonna be. Lots coming up on the channel, so make sure you do like and subscribe if you do want to see more. And we'll see you very, very soon.
See ya.
See ya. Bye. Bye.
Oh.
Okay.
Good job.